And this is a video, a reminder video of how to create a bus, and in particular a reverb bus. Now in this session here I have recorded a drum kit. If I go to my edit window, you'll be able to see my 4 drum kit tracks. I've recorded my overheads using a stereo spaced A-B spaced pair, and a dynamic microphone close mic to my snare, and a dynamic microphone close mic to my kick drum. I now want to add reverb to all of these tracks. Now instead of adding reverb individually to each track, if I go to my inserts here, I would add them individually. I can make that process a lot simpler, and I can make it much simpler and easier to control by adding a reverb bus. So to create a bus, this is what I do. I need to create a separate bus track. So if I go to my track menu, new, and I want to make sure that any panning that I do in my original tracks is carried over into my bus, so I make sure that it's a stereo track. And then because I'm not recording audio into it, all I'm doing is plugging a reverb insert into it, so I'm going to make an aux track. And hit create. Now very important that you rename this track straight away. So this is my reverb bus. Okay. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to send my tracks to this. So I'll go to my sends. It could either be up here or down here. Hit my sends bus. I'm going to send it to bus 1 and 2. I'm just going to close this window just now. And then if I hit my alt button and drag, it just copies the same settings over each 4 tracks. So I've now sent that to bus 1 and 2. I now need to go to my input on my reverb bus. So here, click on input and set that to bus 1 and 2. So now my signal path is complete. My drum kit audio comes out of your normal comes out of your normal output with no reverb on it. But it's also been sent to my bus. So all 4 tracks have been sent to the bus, and then the input is set correctly on my bus. I'm now going to add some reverb to this track. So select my inserts, multi-channel plugin, reverb. Select which reverb you would like to use. I like this one. Okay, and whilst that's there, I'm just going to pin this to my screen. I'm just going to select the red button here so it doesn't disappear. And then I'm going to now choose how much of each track I'm sending to my reverb bus. And if I hold down my command button and click on the arrow, there we go, it opens up my sends. Now, I might think that I want, at the moment, because my group is on, it'll adjust every single one of them the same. So I'll keep that just now. And I'm going to put my reverb down to maybe about 50% just now. And I think I'm going to use plate reverb, and a small plate reverb. I don't want very much. Okay. Now if you want to adjust your reverb separately, I would turn my group off, and then you can adjust each fader separately. Maybe you want a little less on here. Then have a listen to your reverb on your tracks and adjust both your reverb settings and your send levels until you have a level that you're happy with. You can then later on, once you've recorded other tracks in, you can also send them to this same reverb. That means that then you have the same reverb setting for all of your tracks. You can do this with any effect. You can add our process, you can add EQ this way, you can add a chorus effect, you can add a delay this way. It's a much better way of organising your work. It also saves on the computer's CPU, as you're not adding a separate insert to every single track.